here we're at one of their cognitive palletizing solutions. So explain to me how this works and how easy this is to implement.
Yeah, let's talk about cognitive features again.
Sure.
Many robots are already implemented in industry and they all have their purpose for sure. But the cognitive features mean that when you do an application, you don't just need to do exactly say what's happening, but to give the task and solve it. Yeah. So cognitive palletizing is a good example. You have some boxes, some random boxes somewhere, and I don't want to know what is the angle of the box, what is the size of the box. I want these boxes to be like used in the back. So in this case, it's putting it on a manufacturing belt. Later on, it's going to be palletized nicely. I just want some boxes that are somewhere used somewhere else. And that's why I have the cognitive feature, and that's why the AI behind this is also very important. Many people in AI only think, well, you can talk with the robot. Yes, we can talk with the robot. It's part of the story. But the common sense that the robot brings to the pre-trained neural network makes sure that it can handle certain situations that you didn't think beforehand, yeah? Because its purpose is to solve the task. Its purpose is not to only move certain steps that you told beforehand, because you might not know the outcome in a certain position. You just know what you want, and then the robot will take care of the rest.
What exactly is the robot doing that's kind of cognitive at the moment?
Yeah. So it has a camera in the head. It will look at what's happening here. Okay. It knows that there are some objects. It will detect the objects, and then it will take an object. Of course, depending on the object, you need different grippers. In this case, we use suction grippers. It will pick this object, or find the best way also to pick this object, which is most centered for boxing, obviously. And then find a way to put it on the manufacturing belt on the other side. Yeah. On the fair, of course, we have to make sure we're a bit slower than usual, because for compliance reasons, we need to make sure that's happening. But now we see it found the best way to go on the other side. It knows that there's a manufacturing conveyor belt, and we'll place it there.
Is it told that it has a conveyor over there? Is that position taught, or?
So what we told the robot is, here's the position where we want all the boxes that you find in this area.
Okay. So you just define kind of an area somewhere here. There's a conveyor. I want you to place here.
And the thing is, and that's the main difference. Of course, you can do kind of tasks also with industrial robots, but then you program for 2 weeks, and here you plug in. That's why out of the box, I heard it earlier from you. That's the point, yeah? You have the platform with all the sensors, and then out of the box, you plug it in, you say, hey, here's the area. There's a bunch of objects. Just detect the objects, then it knows what it needs to do. Here's the place to put them, go.
Yeah, absolutely. And going back to like the out of the box thing, like the cameras are already there out of the box. I'm sure the software, it's already there, right?
It's our own hardware, our own software, our own AI, and all together makes a difference, yeah?
And as you can see, there's multiple different box sizes here as well, and it's able to just handle the different box sizes. It seems like it's handling its path to get back over there, so that path wasn't necessarily taught. It's just automatically doing that.
In this case, so the reason behind this is it will solve the problem for you. How it will solve, I don't care at all. So it will find for itself the best way of doing that. Sometimes the best way is moving the axis a bit closer to find a more efficient way to go on the other side. That's fine. I wanted to find the most efficient way. I don't want it to find a way that I like the most. And that's what it does.
And then on the other side where it's doing the actual palletization. I would consider this is like the depalletization. So a good application for this is maybe mixed SKUs of different box sizes, where the pallet comes in and you have all different box sizes of boxes.
Exactly.
And you have to have manual labor at that point, because you don't have the ability to automatically pick up those different size boxes and identify them, then you're stuck with the manual process. But with this type of solution, the vision, it can just automatically pick from the pallet.
And then there's another robot behind that, and that's fine. You can move multiple robots together. That's completely cool. For this robot, it doesn't matter what happens afterwards, obviously.
Right.
Yeah. And then behind that, you can use whatever you want.
And so for like the palletization robot, how is it set up? How do you define like how you need to make a pallet?
To make the example complete, there we use a non-cognitive robot, a collaborative robot. These we have as well. And then we have in the software wizards, because you don't need to know exactly how to program everything. We want our software to be as intuitive as possible. So the wizard will ask you a few questions that it really needs. For example, give me the size of a pallet. We don't need the camera. If you have a camera, of course, you can say the pallet is there. But if you don't have a camera, you want to say either the pallet is on these 3 coordinates, you use a robot, the pallet is here, you can also do. And then you can say, hey, we have boxes, do them in the order, do them random. So a few questions that need to be answered so that the robot can then decide what is the best way to fulfill this order.
You have versions of the robot that's a cognitive version and then a non-cognitive version of the robot. A collaborative style robot.
It's with a smartphone, right? A smartphone is also a telephone, but not every telephone is a smartphone.
Right.
It's the same with the robots. A cognitive robot also has collaborative features, but not every collaborative robot is a cognitive robot.
All right, would you like to take a step over? Maybe we can get access to the voice activation?
Yeah, let's go for it.
Let's do it.